Good evening and welcome back to my channel. Now, a little bit of information on the government stating and saying and thinking and assuming that they've got the ball in their court, believing that they can sugarcoat the Irish community, farmers, etc. As it happens, apparently, package will be substantial, says Harris. Government finalising fuel package after a constructive meeting, which is a load of bollocks. Fuel protesters refused entry to meeting at Department of Agriculture. Yeah, I can understand because Taoiseach Michael Martin and Harris feel threatened. Of course. Carry on, lads. Do the great work. Road closures and traffic delays on motorways across the country. Yeah, keep it up for the rest of the year. Whitegate protesters in standoff with Garda Public Order Unit. Yeah, keep doing it. More the merrier. 5 fuel trucks pass blockage at Fortnight's Port. Blockades leading to fuel shortages at forecourts. So what? Keep on protesting. It's the best thing that can be done. And apparently that's coming from the government saying that's the end of our live report. But basically there's a roundup of more information to come about the contrast with what I was told over the last few nights. Protesters weren't letting anything go and they're going to continue with this regardless. And it wasn't only a meeting they wanted, and that they would only go home when they see that things are changing and their demands are met. Prominent fuel protesters Christopher Duffy said he is under a lot of pressure at the moment, and he asked the journalist if he had every single thing in check and there was no mistakes. The government has confirmed a significant and enhanced fuel support package is being finalised after a day of what it described as constructive engagement with stakeholders. However, the government said nothing will be announced until protesters end their blockades. This evening, the National Emergency Coordination Group confirmed fuel supplies for emergency response vehicles, including ambulances and fire services, were under pressure, and 500 service stations across the country could be out of supplies by tonight or tomorrow. Now, Taoiseach urges protesters to step back from the brink. It's not going to happen anyway, so no point trying to sugarcoat and sweet talk the Irish community because they're not going to listen to you. Road closure update following are the locations with full road closures in place on the motorways. Currently M50 between Junction 6 Blanchardstown and Junction 5 Finglas, direction northbound. M50 between Junction 5 Finglas and Junction 6 Blanchardstown, directions are southbound. N4 between. So, Foynes protested to send messages to the members to Dublin. A meeting was held among the protesters in Foynes, County Limerick this evening, and they have nominated Neelis O'Connor, an agricultural contractor from Moyvan, to go to Dublin tomorrow and ensure their views and concerns are represented during the negotiations. Earlier today, protesters voted to step aside for 5 fuel trucks to leave the depot. They said they facilitated that to happen so that there's fuel for emergency vehicles and frontline workers. Now, it followed what the Garda called positive and constructive engagement with protesters. Trucks carrying animal feed have also been coming and going today. So too have trucks carrying chemicals for water treatment. The protesters hope these concessions, as they would see them, show that they want to end the blockade if there is what they consider a fair outcome to talks. EU commissioners are likely to meet to discuss Middle East crisis and the fuel impact on Europe on Monday and the following days to come, but it's understood no specific statement on what EU member states could do to address the energy crisis will be made until at least Wednesday coming, and so on. No diesel at Apple Green in Knocklin, and no unleaded at Circle K in Bollybottom in Dublin this evening and tomorrow. Now, in conclusion, Public Order Unit withdraws from frontline in Whitegate. The Garda have now withdrawn the Public Order Unit from the frontline in Whitegate in Cork. A significant number of protesters remain on the road where they prevented a third fuel tanker from entering the oil refinery this afternoon. Other protesters have gathered again by the immediate approach road to the facility that they have blocked since Tuesday. Fires have been lit by the protesters there to keep themselves warm, and their chip van has reopened. It is now almost certain that this protest will continue into the fourth night, and so on. So keep it going, lads. Good work. Protest leader says they were entitled to attend government meeting. However, one of the named leaders of the fuel protesters, Christopher Duffy, gave his reaction to the meeting, to which protesters were denied access. It's also said it was a waste of money, taxpayers' money, and the result was nothing. And it is polling. He said they were entitled to be in the room. Asked if blockades will continue, he said once they find out the outcome of the meeting, they will play it from there. Mr. Duffy said they want a serious reduction in their costs, and he cannot see any change coming in the protests. Furthermore, he said all they wanted was a meeting with the government and to have their voices and opinions heard. But of course, Harris, Michael Martin, they're not going to step down or back away regardless. But keep up the protest, lad. Well, all of you, regardless. Please like, subscribe and follow my channel, and I'll be more than happy to reply to your comments. Thank you.